The world didn't end with a bang or a whimper. It simply reset. On December 23rd, 2025, reality shifted. People woke up as usual. The sun rose over Neo-Alexandria. Automated vehicles glided through the sky. But when someone tried to buy coffee, their digital wallet showed a single-digit zero. Not just their balance, everywhere, all at once. A silent, universal equalization. A stockbroker in Neo-London stared at a flat line of nothing. A shopkeeper in Neo-Kyoto saw invalid currency. No panic, just a profound, unsettling stillness. The global network still worked. We could communicate, access information, but the language of value, money, was gone. Billionaires and beggars now had the same net worth, zero. Hierarchies built on wealth crumbled instantly. The power, influence, and security money provided vanished. We stood on a precipice, staring into an unknown future. What happens when the primary motivator for human action disappears? What do we become when our worth is no longer a number, but something far more personal? The questions hung in the silent air, heavy and unanswered. The first clue didn't come from governments, but from the deep web. Whispers of a new protocol, the Chronos Ledger. Not a virus, not a hack, an overlay woven into our digital infrastructure. This ledger didn't track money. It tracked time. Your time, my time, everyone's lifespan, down to the last second. Every person with a digital footprint was cataloged. Our biometric data, neural scans, genetic markers, all linked to a new account. Each account displayed a single, chilling number, the seconds left in your life. A countdown clock, personal and absolute. The science was a black box. Predictive analytics, genetics, quantum probability. It was terrifyingly accurate. If lifespan was now a quantifiable asset, could it be spent? Transferred? The Chronos Ledger was a transactional network, a new currency. We were no longer owners of wealth. We were the wealth. Our existence became the ultimate commodity. This wasn't barter. It was the monetization of life itself. The system was impartial, elegant, and seamless. It measured, recorded, and enabled the exchange of our most precious resource. The silence of the morning gave way to a new hum, the sound of billions of lives being logged and valued. The Great Reset wasn't erasure, it was replacement, and we were the replacements. By midday, the Chronos Ledger was law. Governments confirmed its existence. Devices updated. Where bank balances once appeared, now there was a timer. 2 accounts. Temporal reserve, your total lifespan, and liquid time, a small spendable portion. You couldn't spend yourself into immediate death. A mortality floor of 5 years was set. Anything above that was yours to trade. A day, a week, a year. How much is a year of your future worth? Now, it was an economic question. But time wasn't the only currency. The mnemonic exchange allowed the transfer of memories, raw sensory experiences, skills, emotions, knowledge, packaged, quantified, traded. Our minds became vaults of tradable assets. Would you trade a year of life for the memory of perfect love? Buy expertise if you had time to spare? If your memories can be bought and sold, are you still you? If you extend your life by buying time, whose life are you living? The first day without money forced us to confront what it means to be human. The questions were no longer philosophical. They were survival. The first transactions were hesitant, born of necessity. In Neo-Alexandria's hydroponic farms, a farmer offered bread. A young woman, hungry and afraid, asked, "How much?" The farmer checked his timer. 2 hours, he said. She authorized the transfer. Her liquid time ticked down. His ticked up. The transfer was instant, verified by the Chronos Ledger. She took the bread. The price of survival was now measured in existence. Panic buying began, not for goods, but for experiences and essentials. How much time for rent? For medical care? Landlords became time lords. Surgeons could demand years for a procedure. Labor's value recalibrated in real time, based on its ability to sustain life. Electricians could earn a month in a day. Poets struggled to afford a meal. The world was re-stratified, not by wealth, but by utility. In the shadows, a darker trade began. The desperate sold large chunks of their temporal reserve, trading futures for a comfortable present. The seeds of a new, terrifying poverty were sown. The act of survival became a direct negotiation with mortality. Every transaction was a step closer to the end. The new economy was brutal, and it was just beginning. Cities transformed to reflect the new reality. The towers of the ultra-rich became fortresses of time, sealed, optimized for longevity. The Chronos elites accumulated time, living in protected environments. Below, the temporal zones, frantic, polluted, desperate. Life was spent quickly. Every day could be the last. Services were paid for in minutes and hours. The city's layout mirrored the new hierarchy, long-lived above, short-lived below. Public spaces now charged minutes for entry. Art, entertainment, even travel became transactions measured in time. High-speed trains cost days. Slow travel was for those with little left to lose. The world, once small and connected, became vast and fractured. Time, not distance, divided us. The geography of life had been rewritten. The mnemonic exchange became a marketplace of the soul. At first, trades were practical. Skills, knowledge, expertise. But soon, the wealthy bought experiences. Everest climbs, soldier's courage, a monk's serenity. The sellers became the hollow, those who sold their most meaningful memories to survive. They walked the streets, empty, their pasts owned by others. The line between authenticity and artifice blurred. Who are we if our memories can be bought and sold? We weren't just selling time, we were selling ourselves. The day without money was no equalizer. It replaced one inequality with another, the Chronos divide. The long-lived started with full reserves, the short-lived with almost nothing. To earn time, the short-lived took the most dangerous jobs. Resentment brewed in the temporal zones. Protests erupted, not for wages, but for years. The long-lived saw their time as earned, the short-lived saw it as stolen. Empathy faded, replaced by cold survival. The new class struggle was deeply personal, measured in years, not dollars. In a world where time is money, dreams became a luxury. Ambition now had a terrifying price tag. A scientist had to risk decades of life for a breakthrough. Artists abandoned their passions, selling skills or taking practical jobs. Even starting a family became a calculated temporal investment. The birth rate plummeted, the future became a commodity, hope became a line of credit. The drive to create was locked in negotiation with the ticking clock. The cost of ambition was life itself. The first day without money ended in silence, a world holding its breath. We'd traded abstract value for biological value, our worth now a ticking clock. The Chronos ledger promised order, but delivered existential terror. Is the measure of life its length or its depth? The system said longer was better, but we weren't so sure. We saw the hollowed eyes of those who sold their pasts and the empty gazes of the time barons. The architects of this system forgot the human element. Some things are valuable because they can't be measured. Acts of love, courage, and joy cost us time, but make life worth living. As darkness fell, humanity stood at a crossroads. Embrace the new logic, or rebel and find new value. The day money disappeared gave us a question, not an answer. In a world where time is everything, what does it mean to be human?